Now, I've heard people say only God can judge me. Now, if that's true and God actually does see all, I hope he doesn't watch me practicing my booty dancing in my bedroom to reggaeton songs. Beep, beep. Who got the keys to my 10-speed bike? Bring! Now, we are taught to never judge, but how are we supposed to not judge those who have done mean things? Did you just say supposed to? Yeah? Supposed to isn't a word. How was I supposed to know that? Now, Lady Gaga recently released a song encouraging us not to judge others. She says, "Baby, I was born this way." Now, I think I speak for the entire world when I say, every time I see an attractive person singing, "Baby, I was born this way," all I can think is, go to hell. And you know, it seems that those who are telling us not to judge others are the most judgmental themselves. The old saying goes, put your pants on one leg at a time. But then those same people get mad at octopuses for being late to pants parties. I think the plural to octopus is octopi. You just shut up, Mr. Opinion. I will punch you in the neck so fast that it'll be like I'm punching you with all 8 octopus arms. They don't have arms, they have tentacles. I will tentacle you in the testicles. I will tent you in the test. Now, when it comes to dating, people are quick to judge on looks. I've come to realize that women think of me sort of like the teacups at Disneyland. They think I'm really fun, but I make them want to puke. Now, I get a lot of emails from people saying that they are shy in public too, and they fear judgment from others, and they want to know how they can attract the opposite sex. My first tip, be mean. Say, hey, you're kind of like a guitar solo. I know you're awesome, but you bore me. And be romantic but aggressive. Sing something like, a whole new world. If you close your eyes, I'll punch you. A new fantastic point of view. You can't make an omelet without cracking a few skulls. And fellas, if you want to attract a girl, play to her interests. If she's an English major, show her your dangling modifier. If she's into interior design, whip out your feng shui and slap her in the face with it. If you're a hippie, show her the relish stain in your clumpy, disgusting armpit hair, and she'll show you hers. And remember, the best way to get someone to like you or to notice you is to drive past them really fast in your car and yell something or honk, and make sure you're going fast enough that they don't know who it was and they can barely hear what you said. Like, honestly though, why do guys honk at girls and then drive away? Like, that's gonna work. Like, she's gonna fucking chase you, Mr. Honk and Run Away, Mr. Roadrunner. She ain't no coyote. You should put a pot on your head and get someone to hit you with an aluminum bat. An aluminum bat. You know, I was recently reading my copy of the Bible too, The Secret of the Used, and it says we shouldn't even judge others, even if they commit crimes against us. And speaking of crimes, I've always wanted someone to rob me at the bank machine and say, "Give me everything you've got," and then hand over my student loan debt. You're stuck with it now, motherfucker. Stab. And you know, we can't judge others on how they seem either. I bet if aliens were studying our music, they would look at the top 40 and assume that music was our way of educating the public on what dance clubs were like. I'm glad they don't play that song at clubs anymore that was like, if you ain't got no money, take your broke ass home. I always had to leave the bars early. And we can't judge others on their reputation. Apparently more hippos kill people every year than sharks do, but we hate sharks. But who is to blame here for all this hippo violence? Hippo parents? Lack of hippo funding in hippo schools? Hippo video games? Rap? Oh, and speaking of judgment, I have a message to all the teachers out there. Stop letting kids pick teams in gym class. You're basically saying, all right, kids, can you slowly eliminate all the cool people from this group and leave with us the biggest losers, just so we can see who they are. Now, I don't really fear judgment. I know that I look like a supermodel wearing a disgusting Andrew Hunt mask. And I know that my stomach is so appealing that it makes women want to vomit and poke their eyes out with lust. My abs are so hard that if my belly button could rap, his name would be Pack Shakur. But we should always judge people on what's on the inside. What's on the inside. In my case, then, you should judge me on a shitload of pizza and a bunch of Wendy's spicy chicken sandwiches.
Did you just call them sandwiches?
Listen, I will dip a sponge in the toilet and chase you with it. I will scorpion punch you right in the hopes and dreams. Well, I gotta go, folks, but let me leave you with this. Don't be so quick to judge. Take your time learning to hate someone. And I hate to judge on looks, but make sure to go get some exercise and lose those love handles, because since no one loves you, they are called lonely handles. You know, one thing that makes me judge people is when a group of 5 people are trying to explain the rules of a board game to me at once, and they all take on that weird sort of tone of voice, like, oh yeah, and then if you get this card, it means that you can advance 5 steps. Oh, but yeah, and the whole time I'm just like, but I'm not really listening. All I'm thinking in my head is, somehow my inner monologue sings the Super Mario Brothers song in a Spanish accent.